The all-time series of the 100 Miles of Hate rivalry, not particularly too close. 101 wins in favor of the Hilltoppers, looking to add on in the 151st meeting.
We're here live at the 2026 Annual Topsy Awards.
That's right, Sam, the 9th annual award show where we get to recognize every single Hilltopper sport, from the ones in the fall, summer, to right now in the spring. All those athletes, all their accolades are going to get recognized tonight. And then, after attempting to steal third, Greenville's catcher makes his own third baseman do his best impression of the Coldplay concert incident, diving out of the way for the baseball, leading to an easy score for BG. And now let's send it over to Hayden Ballinger, who's got a lot to say about tonight's games. Hayden, how we doing?
Oh.
Okay, yeah, Hayden, good stuff. Yeah.
Hayden,
wow.
when was the last time you ate? He's looking a little skin and bone.
I'm still waiting to hear about that Glasgow Franklin Simpson game from last night.
We might be waiting a while.
He's still thinking on that one.
Okay.
And yes, the 6-7 celebration was in full effect across the ballpark. The sellout crowd was feeling the 6-7. And hey, even the hot rods were bringing out the beloved move. It's safe to say everyone involved had a good time. Well, maybe not the Blue Claws. And hey, it may even be safe to say that the 6-7 Celly is sticking around after today's good vibes. We were scoreless through regulation, and get this, no team got on the scoreboard, so we're headed to penalty kicks. No ties here. Yes, I may still be salty about the ending of Packers-Cowboys, for those who are wondering.
The Tim and Sarah Ford Fieldhouse is officially open.
That's right, and today we're going to take a look at the newest Hilltopper facility with the head of all things Hilltopper Sports, Athletic Director Todd Stewart. So Sam, why don't you say we go inside and take a look?
Let's go.
Welcome into News 40 Sports. You may be wondering why I just took a drink of that sports drink, and it's not just because it's hot outside this afternoon. It's because I'm about to catch up with the Gatorade Kentucky Softball Player of the Year. Hey Sam, yes, big night for football in the state of Kentucky. 24 teams fighting for the final 12 spots in the state championship games, and well, one of those teams in 6A was the South Warren Spartans. And as Cam Ward and the offense looked to get the first win and the first touchdown of the year, only one of those things came true. Of course, the touchdown between Ward and A.M. Manor in the first half, but the second half not so kind to the Titans defense.
Once you understand where to go, the good coffee shops, the good little hole-in-the-wall places, it feels just great.
Do you want to share some of the secrets? Where's your favorite spot?
No, I will not,
okay,
because they're my favorite spots.
Top secret, top secret. He gets to spin, it's going to travel just how much, and then he's going to fall right on it. And that is Logan County ball right there. Kickers are athletes too. I believe Pat McAfee would enjoy this player of the week. And then my favorite part right here, he's running up the sideline, ready to celebrate. Oh, look at him. He gets a little bit cindy with that football. Look at him. Oh, slow-mo. Look at that. He better have chocolate milk in that football. And of course, it wouldn't be a Lady Cat game without Allie Pennington launching threes all the way from the Franklin Piggly Wiggly. Shout out Piggly Wiggly. AP does what she does. Lady Cats do what they do. Another district win for Franklin. All right, Todd, so where are we heading next walking down this ramp?
Well, now we're headed into the 21,000 square foot baseball component of the Tim and Sarah Ford Fieldhouse. And the first thing you see when you come in are the 4 hitting cages.
There were 7 teams that entered this year's Sweet 16 as prior champions, one of those being Warren Central, and the Dragons embarked on their quest for title number 3 on Wednesday afternoon against the North Laurel Jaguars. Week 2 of Titans OTAs got underway this morning. Of course, the emphasis of the day and of the offseason is seeing the growth and development of first overall pick quarterback Cam Ward out of Miami. A day out at the ballpark features many sights and sounds, and at the WKU softball complex, every game you're guaranteed to hear from this specific seat. That's where Kenny Gabbard sits and has sat, supporting the Hilltoppers the last 19 seasons.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's go, E, come on now. I just enjoy watching them play. I mean, if you come and watch them play, it's exciting. You know, everything's, it's a different game, it's a different thing. You know, you see plays out here that major leaguers play. I mean, they slide on their belly, they jump. I mean, it's just, they're fun to watch. It's exciting.
Gabbard was introduced to Western softball nearly 2 decades ago through highlights on his television. And all it took was one trip to the field to get hooked on the Hilltoppers.
Go on, get out of here! Get out of here! All right, all right! Get the bubbles going!
Now, every home game and even some away games, you can hear this distinct chant.
T-O-P-S! Let's go, girls!
I think any kind of cheering is a good thing. You want people to, you know, support you as a student athlete, and I think they enjoy that, and they enjoy the snacks he brings as well, so we'll take it.
Despite being a longtime Warren County resident and former WKU student, Gabbard has no ties to the team. But his constant positivity from year to year brings a deeper connection with the players, staff, and family members.
Way to go, Murph. Way to go. Way to go. All right, let's get some runs. Let's get some runs. A lot of the freshmen, when they come in, and some of the new parents, that's the first thing he asks me is, whose grandfather? They're all mine. I take them all in.
Yeah, he's loyal, right? You know, there's something to be said for loyalty, and he's always positive, and I think that's a big part of being a great fan is, you know, they're 18 to 22 years old, and they have more than just X's and O's on their table or performing, and, you know, I think he treats them as kind of like his granddaughter, so I think that's a cool way to have someone as part of your program, and we're very grateful for him.
There's just 3 more home matchups in 2026 for Western, with Kennesaw State in town this coming weekend. And while there will be plenty of noise on the diamond, the stands will have that familiar ring to them as well.
If you hadn't seen them play, come out and watch them.
And they can sit right beside you.
Yep, they can sit right up there. See, row D, seat 9. That's where you'll see me, eating peanuts.
Reporting from seat D9 because local fans matter.
Drive it somewhere.
Cole Scott, WNKY News 40.
I got a text from Coach Helton, and I was like, oh, God, like, I hope I didn't do something wrong. And then I walked in his office, you know, and he put me on a scholarship. And I was trying to play it cool, and I immediately, like, walked out, called my mom, and, like, was crying, like, I got it. So it was a crazy moment.
Marshall Jackson played his final game for the Meade County Green Wave in November of 2020 with his football future up in the air. But this text from his mother, Denise, motivated Jackson to keep pushing, eventually landing him a walk-on spot with the Toppers. And that motivation continues to fuel him as he's developed into a mainstay on the WKU offensive line.
Every time I hit the field, you know, I say a little thing to myself, nobody believed in you. So that kind of has kept me going. You know, I always keep the thought in the back of my mind, kind of that underdog mentality that, you know, nobody thought I was good enough ever in my career. So it's been a huge motivating factor for me.
Now in his 5th and final season, Jackson is shaped up to be not just one of the best linemen on the Hill, but one of the best linemen in the nation. And he enters the Senior Day matchup with MTSU grateful for the path below his feet.
This university means so much to me. You know, I've been coming here, you know, to watch football games since 2013. You know, my high school played the state championship game here back then. You know, so. And my brother graduated from here, so I love this university. You know, it's been a special place to me and, you know, my whole family, really. And the fact that I was able to play college football here for 5 years, it's a surreal feeling. You know, I wouldn't trade it for a world. You know, this place is amazing.
From the green wave to waving that red towel, Jackson is a prime example of why you should always pursue your dreams, no matter the odds.
Today, Travis joins the legendary WKU icon Ed Diddle as only the 2nd person in WKU athletics history to have a statue in his honor. Travis Hudson now has a distinction, the equivalent of being on the Mount Rushmore of WKU athletics, and deservedly so.
Over 800 wins later, there are 14 conference tournament titles and 17 NCAA appearances that speak to the successes seen on the court for the teams that have played under Coach Hudson. But to be memorialized in a statue, well, that's something that speaks much louder than statistics could ever do.
He epitomizes leadership. He defines humility. And he embodies the WKU spirit. He not only drives his team to do better, he drives all of us to do better.
It was a moment in time where a man who was given his all to Hilltopper volleyball received the recognition he deserved. And for Hudson himself, the lifelike representation should serve as a motivation for the many others that will journey to Diddle Arena in the years to come.
I've always said when I get to the end of my coaching career, when my name comes up, if the first thing people talk about is us winning volleyball games, that'll be a shame. And it is part of the story, but it's not the part of the story that I want people to remember. I hope they talk about the way that I trusted people, the way I treated them, how much I loved Western Kentucky, and maybe an occasional story about how I helped change somebody's life along the way this beautiful hill helped change mine. Thank you guys so much for being here.